Welcome back to the WatchTower Film Podcast, the film review podcast on the Towercast Network by Cinephiles for Cinephiles.
You got that right.
We're coming back into our comedy month. This is week 2 or week 3? Week 2, right?
2.
I think.
You're back to low.
Dose.
My man, how's it going?
Yeah.
Cut that out.
This is week 2 of the comedy month.
Comedy month.
man.
Can you dig it?
Comedy month.
Lock it down.
We appreciate you guys checking out the last episode where we just fought for 2 hours.
We didn't fight.
I had
it was
at
an
least
adult
3
conversation.
I had at least, and it was a great conversation, but I had at least 3 people tell me, either online or in person, like, so when are you guys going to talk about the movie? And like an hour and a half
Trust
in.
me, we had that, but it was just, it
was
went that
great,
way.
but I appreciate you guys sticking around
Yeah.
for that. We got a couple
I
more.
don't think we can fight about this one. Unless
you interrupt my kung fu. We're here to talk about Mr. Michael Lalao's pick, who also introduced the film to me. I don't know if you guys had seen it prior to this, but Scott Sanders, and I'd say Michael J. White's also, because not only did he star as Black Dynamite, he also wrote the film.
I thought he directed it, but
No, Scott Sanders directed it. Black Dynamite, here to talk about Black Dynamite, the parody blaxploitation fucking...
You didn't say it right.
Yeah, I don't think you can say it like that.
Black Dynamite.
Oh, I gotta sing it every time. We're gonna have to sing it every time.
Every single time.
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Come on, give
Sports
us
Center.
one.
What? I know, it just sounds like Sports Center.
Come on, Carlos, give it to me.
Come on.
I don't think I can do that on YouTube.
or you have to quote cream corn.
Yeah. Cream corn.
What is it?
I'll have you fighting through your sheets or something like that.
I'll have you fart through silk. It's great. Yeah, this is a parody blaxploitation film.
Wait.
Very much set in the world of blaxploitation 1970s cinema
70s,
series films. Yeah, let's talk about it. The film was co-written by Michael J. White, Byron Mins, and Scott Sanders, who also directed it. And it stars like every kind of...
Oh, whoa.
What? Oh my gosh! It's got an all-star cast of
Comedians.
Of?
it's
the
a black
current
film.
era. Yeah.
It's a black film. Of course, it's gonna be black cast.
Yeah, say what you just.
People like Arsenio Hall are in this.
Arsenio Hall.
How do you pronounce that last name? Babatunde.
Is that Tommy Davidson from Martin? No, okay. No,
Which Tommy?
My bad.
It might be.
No. Never mind.
I kept trying to figure out where I knew
yeah, there's
cream
a lot
corn
of
from.
them.
Click on Michael J. White. I want to see if he's in Black Dynamite 2.
There's a Black
I
Dynamite
don't think
too?
there's a Black Dynamite too.
No, that's why I want to see if it's upcoming because
Oh, go to
Oh,
upcoming.
okay.
they
I don't think
teased
so.
it. They teased it a while back.
Doesn't seem like it. Unless it's called something else. Anyways, we're here to talk about Black Dynamite. Mr. Lalao, why?
Well, first, do you think Black Dynamite would want to tell people that they should subscribe and like the podcast?
Tell them Black Dynamite. Give them the message as Black Dynamite would give.
turkeys.
Damn.
I think if I don't want to do a Black Dynamite,
Just tell them
Listen here, you
subscribe.
jive turkeys.
yeah,
subscribe and like.
turkeys.
But with Black
Subscribe and
Dynamite.
like the podcast.
Yeah, what are you doing with your life?
I feel like you're not inserting enough like
click it?
bitches or something that
Just say
Give it
you're
that-
already smiling.
Subscribe to the podcast or feel my kung fu. You know, just like
Yeah,
some,
dig it.
I feel like you guys covered it pretty well. Yeah, subscribe. I'm the white character.
Who are you?
I'm here with my fellow co-hosties,
Mexican fellas.
Mr. Eric Castro, giving us a writing, producing, direct,
Dude, I'm
Acting.
all of it. Perspective. Yes, and comedy enthusiast.
Yeah.
That
definitely a
likes,
comedy enthusiast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah, this type of humor.
connoisseur.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a comedy connoisseur.
Comedy
Yeah.
Yeah, I know my
Mr.
stuff.
Austin Young, make sure we're sounding good on the ones and twos.
I have a 3 today.
Oh,
You have a 3? You have a third one?
Yeah.
Don't. It's showing. It's peaking.
That's fucked up, man.
What do you mean?
You got a knot there.
I got a doctor's note for that.
You got a doctor's
You
note?
better not
I
mention
got a
that.
license for that.
Yeah.
Mr. Carlos M.
Dad?
La,
Torre.
Not bad.
Give me
You
a
guys
got it
practice
down
this?
this
You guys
week.
talk about it?
a writing and directing
All right.
perspective
Yeah.
and a cinema history perspective. You don't mention that, but you really are.
I like that word.
Cinema historian at the on the podcast.
Not compared to Tommy, man. That guy put me to shame.
Yeah, Pissy Caca. You know, like he's not here right now. So.
Exactly, bro. It's you right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. And who are you?
Airwalk.
I'm your host with the most packing where I'm lacking.
With the purple
Are you packing where you're lacking because you drink Anaconda malt liquor?
Anaconda malt liquor.
It makes you go,
I don't like that last sound you made.
So the malt
Mr.
liquor...
Michael Law offering a cinematography perspective.
Cinematography.
And comedy. I think everybody in this room are comedy connoisseurs, comedy enthusiasts for sure, at the very least. Comedy.
I'd like to think that this still kind of aligns with what I picked last year.
What was it?
I did Airplane.
Oh, I thought you did boat.
No, you did Airplane.
I don't
Austin, I don't even got to look. No, it was you. Yeah, I mean, it's another parody film. Yeah. I feel like parody films are the best because it's, in a weird way, it's a little bit more of a highbrow comedy thing because you have to know what it's referencing. And when you know what it's referencing, I think it makes the jokes a lot more like witty and a lot more like, it doesn't feel as random. It feels like very well written. Like,
speaking of which, I think our generation got a bad taste of it because we came up in the era where parody films were the best. And then we got to see them fall off.
Like Scary Movie 5.
Yeah, or Date Movie or whatever. You know, like these kind of like superhero movie. You know, like, but we also started with the scary movies with Dance Flick. Well, Dance Flick was probably one of the bad ones.
Oh, yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Dance Flick. What's Dance Flick?
It's like one of the Wayne's kids, like the Wayne brothers, like their kid, like do a bad... have you ever seen Save the Last Dance, for instance?
Yeah.
It's a parody of that.
It's a parody of that.
Oh, okay.
And it's just done very badly, but it's like it was like the breakout role of Damon Wayans Jr.
Oh, okay.
And like he's gotten funnier. Obviously, he's done better now. But like he was in Let's Be Cops, and he's been in a few things that are funny. But like that era is like what we got to experience on the tail end of. But we also again got to experience things like White Chicks and Wayne Brothers, like Gold, like scary movie.
What was it? Haunted House. The one where they made fun
that was actually not that bad.
Yeah, it was okay. But it was
new.
like Marlon breaking away from his brothers, right? Like doing his own thing. So yeah, I think this falls into that weird category. And oddly enough, the DP of the film DP'd all of the films I just mentioned.
Really?
Yeah, DP of this film was like DPing all of the parody films. So he knew how to copy his style, I guess, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, the parodies are hit or miss, I think, in today's era anyways.
Yeah, I just feel like... when they're done right, the jokes just, I don't know, they hit a little bit harder. I feel like I've seen a lot of really well done parodies, and this one, not only for like the film mimicking the style, but like pretty spot on in some points. But then just having these like what is it called? Callback jokes that are like really good. Things like the thug who keeps reading the screen directions.
My favorite thing about
this
this
and then
film.
like I never realized that the second time you see him, he's still doing it. What did he say?
Show this picture.
Show this picture.
Oh yeah, show this picture. Like look at Betty
like,
or whatever.
When this is done, I'm gonna go home, make a family, have a daughter.
Show him the picture.
Show this picture. This is Bobby or whatever.
Yeah, like it's so good.
And he's played, by the way. I was talking about Castro because I was reading up all the film. I was like, this actor looks familiar, and literally his IMDb picture is of a character he plays in a Wayne's parody film. My favorite fucking parody film of all time, just Don't Be a Menace, South Central. He plays a character named Toothpick, and which is the main kind of... He's fucking hilarious in it. Like,
and they brought back the character with the toothpick.
And they brought back the character in this parody film, always having a toothpick in his mouth.
The details.
Wow. Like that character is the one that's constantly the militant turned startled.
Yeah.
Like that's him.
Or Roscoe's.
Or the Roscoe's thing.
got the idea.
Oh man, like I love it. I love that they brought back somebody like that. You know, who probably wasn't even acting anymore or something. You know,
most of these probably.
Yeah, you might be right. But yeah, Toothpick, man, Toothpick was just like hilarious.
Spencer.
That's not him, is it? Oh, he's in Don't Be a Menace too. Oh, he's Preach. Preach is in this. You remember Preach and Don't Be a Menace? It's like the dude that dates the white chicks.
Oh,
My milk of magnesia, that guy. That's
bring him up.
That is so cool. So yeah, I got a couple of these again, these hood movie kind of legends, right?
Yeah, legends for sure.
So I think that's great.
And I mean,
not to mention people like Arsenio Hall were in this. And
I first saw it when the animated series came out. I think like in 2012, 2014, and then I heard one of my friends mention that it was 2011. Like one of my friends mentioned like, oh yeah, it's based off the movie, and I was like, what do you mean there's a movie? Like I thought the show was already hilarious. Yeah, it was like, what do you mean
there's more of this?
Yeah, no, and then like it's like, oh yeah, into the live action movie. I'm like, oh my god, I got to see this. And I remember the first time I saw it, it was just the most hilarious thing I'd seen up to that point. Like, the jokes are just great, and every time like I come back to the movie, I'm still laughing because it's so well done.
And
you know,
I feel like you screened this for us during the pandemic, just like online, right?
No. We actually did it. It's funny, during the screening we were we had the inflatable screen.
That was the second time we saw it.
That was Gaston's first time.
Yeah. Are you sure it was the second time?
We saw it over the pandemic, I think, like on Discord.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
because
you
I
wanted
remember
to show it to me. Yeah.
I remember we were gonna watch that one, and then we were gonna watch Alien for the first time.
That
and
was the in-person screen.
And the funny story of that is that
y'all watched Alien without me?
No. What happened is that
yes, but that was later.
we're gonna watch it with Eric Sanchez because he was like, oh, I got to show you guys Alien, but we watched Black Dynamite first to loosen up.
Swingers
No,
first.
we saw Swingers, and then we put Alien on
Oh,
for like 10
drunk already.
minutes, but we were drunk and cracking jokes left and right. We were like, we can't do this. Like, we got to.
Are you sure it
Yeah,
was
then we threw on.
Swingers?
Yeah, it was Swingers.
I thought it was Black Dynamite for sure.
No, we started with Swingers.
I'm worried about you,
And
though.
we were like just cracking up, just like being stupid because we were already drunk. We were drinking for 2 hours during Swingers. And then we get to Alien, and it's like the first 10 minutes, and we're just cracking jokes. And
Yeah,
then,
like, you know what, we gotta-
I think I said, I was like, I want to take this seriously. Actually, I've never seen Alien, so I want to sit and watch it properly. So and you had already brought Black Dynamite as an option.
Yeah.
So let's just watch that one because we know what we're getting
that's
ourselves
what it
into.
was. Yeah.
And we threw on Black Dynamite, I think, and that was your first time. So.
Yeah, dude. I loved it. It
Yeah.
was... I don't know, man. I like the era that they're trying to mimic. It's kind of that Jackie Brown type of style.
Yeah. He might have to correct me on this, but I think that was Eric's first time seeing it too.
Yeah.
Because he loves it now. Like, he loves
Yeah,
Black
I don't
Dynamite.
think any of you guys had
Yeah.
seen it. And I only knew because I was really into like the weird,
The show.
obscure shows
Yeah,
on
yeah.
like Adult Swim.
Yeah, I was
true.
kind of hesitant to watch it because I don't know. It's just...
It seems
parody
like
movies kind of like
yeah,
lost.
some of them
It's
could be a
okay.
hit or
They
miss,
have
and then
lots of speed.
if
we
they're
don't
bad,
see, we don't see many of them nowadays either.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they really kind of have gone.
Didn't Eddie Murphy try one like that? It just didn't hit.
Oh no, it was great, but
It was
that was
pretty
actually based on the real guy.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Dolomite. Dolomite is my name.
Oh, see, there you go.
So Dolomite is my name, and this film has a ton of references to him. The guy's name was Rudy Ray Moore.
Oh, wow.
And Dolomite, that's the name of the picture, like of the original. So Eddie Murphy basically was telling the story of Rudy Ray Moore that basically went from doing porn
And you look like a
into
pimp on the
doing
trailer.
blaxploitation films.
Oh, okay.
And was kind of a legend, the legend
So
of
that
blaxploitation.
so that one's pretty good too.
The Eddie Murphy one, I liked it because it's a biopic. It's not like a parody.
Ever since like this, what was it? Scary Movie 5. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, these guys are already going.
No. Dolomite is my name is a biopic. It's not a parody film.
It looked like it. That's
Yeah,
why. Oh,
but
okay.
it's great. It's great. And believe it or not, the character of what's his name of Bullhorn because he rhymes. He's based on Rudy Ray Moore.
no,
Yeah, he's based on the actual dude who like
that scene where you couldn't
was the
remember,
legend.
and
he just sits down.
I can't rhyme with it.
By the way, that actor was one of the co-writers of the
great.
film, so he also acted in it.
What's the name of the actor?
He plays Bullhorn. What's something with a B? He's one of the writers. If
Really?
you just want to go up, Byron Mins.
Now, what I find interesting is you guys said that this was directed by a white.
Yeah, Scott Sanders directed it, and
Why do you think they went that angle? That
I
way?
don't know. I mean, I think just because he had some experience. If you go to Scott Sanders, he hasn't really done much. He directed 3 films.
So he didn't
Oh my
even
God.
have like a little bit of credit.
No,
Like,
I think it was one of those low risk things, right? What was the budget of this movie? It must have been super low, right? I think it was one of those things where like
I
this
would
guy
love to
has
know.
experience. Let's
He knows
just
how to
like
work with a budget.
Yeah,
Fucking
pretty much. I don't think it had anything else
a
beyond that.
blaxploitation type
Here,
of film.
where's your money? At? My
And
money's on
maybe-
10 million.
Maybe he's 2 million.
Oh wow.
Damn, that's
Almost
pretty
3
good.
mil. But like, think about it. Like,
Grossed only.
I think
300?
that's kind of a smart play because he's mimicking a style. If you're a black guy, a black director, you're gonna like be too married to it. Whereas,
What do you mean,
yeah, like somebody who love any like us, right? Who love these Chicano films, right? Because that's our culture. That's kind of what we can see what rings true or not. A white guy knows he's making fun of it. You know,
Okay.
so he's not too married to the material.
Yeah,
I think that's.
I
probably
guess
part
he's
of it.
able to play more into the stereotypes, which
Yeah.
for a parody, that's what you want, right? You want those
to like
iconic
tastefully
moments.
play
Yeah.
into the
Because I also
Yeah.
heard that Michael J.
Michael J. White.
that he had to have his hands on the script just to make it a little bit more because you couldn't have just.
That makes sense, right? He's the one. He's been thinking about this film for a long time. Like he was an actor first. He's always been an actor.
He's actually a professional.
Yeah,
fighter.
like he was in like the Marvel films and he was in the Dark Knight. He actually plays a role in the Dark Knight.
No, but he actually fights. Like,
Yeah.
well, back in the day.
And
He actually
so
I
trained.
mean, just look at his filmography. Like,
apparently he got the idea of this film. Oh, it was in the Boondocks. He got the idea. He plays. Who does he play in the Dark Knight?
Oh, he's the
Gamble.
Yeah, he's one of the bosses.
yeah.
So
That's right.
Yeah, where
He's
he's,
not
like
the guy who like
he said 100
gets
lies.
killed, right? Like after the Joker like slams.
No, that's
That's
not
not
him.
him, but he
That's when
does
they bring
remind
him in the
me.
body bag, and they're like, "All right, well, dead. That's 500,000.
Yeah.
Well, what about a lie?"
So apparently he got the idea of this film. It was driving in the car, and oh man, what's this? I think it's James Brown who sings "Super Bad," and he's super bad.
Look at his first two acting.
I think it is. Too.
Oh, great! Toxic Avenger Part 2 and 3.
89. Universal
and he-
Soldier, dude. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So he was listening to that
John
song
Clavin,
and
yeah.
he thought, "Oh, this would be perfect for a blaxploitation film." And he actually wanted to name Black Dynamite Superbad. But then 07 comes around and they make Superbad. That's
Oh
the
my
biggest
God.
fucking film in the world.
So I have to change his name to Black
So
Dynamite.
he changed it to Black Dynamite.
That probably would have gotten a little bit more recognition,
Yeah,
dude.
maybe.
Do you think they referenced it because, like, I think Bullhorn at the beginning of the film says he's a mean motherfucker and he's super bad.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just
like-
yeah.
And again, Bullhorn, right, being this literally guy who screams a bullhorn, a human bullhorn.
Oh my God.
It's just very clever. But yeah, just Michael J. White's been thinking about this, making something like this forever, and wrote it and starred in it, and it was fucking pitch perfect for this
Yeah.
thing, especially in the casting. So good for him. And yeah, look at the ad, right? Look at the poster. It says he's super bad. He's out of sight. He's Black Dynamite.
So they wanted to keep it with the original.
Yeah. So very cool stuff. So ratings.
Oh my God.
Ratings, my friend.
As I think we talked about last time, rating it as a comedy,
Yeah.
not as
A contribution
Simba.
to cinema. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go counterclockwise. I'd like to start with you, Carlos.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is it weird that I always anytime I think clockwise or counterclockwise, I have to sit there and think about the clock?
You have to go like this and like
Yeah, a
this.
little bit. I'm like the weird people who do this for the L's.
Oh
You know what I
my
mean?
God, I love that trend. It's such a stupid trend.
I do that with the bees, bro. Bees and D's.
Bees? What's that?
Bees and D's. When I don't know if a word it's a B or a D. Anyways,
What do you wait? I want
Homie,
to
think
hear
you're
about this.
dyslexic. I don't think.
dyslexic.
Wait, what do you mean if it's a B or a D? What do you
Like
do?
when you write it, or what do you mean?
Sure.
No, we
what does it
wanna
mean
know,
genuinely? Is that
yeah.
a thing? I don't know.
Oh,
It's a
you
thing.
guys were saying stuff. I want to
No,
say
I
something.
want to know about the BD thing now.
There's
There's a
a
B?
thing when you multiply by 9, like you lower the finger.
What the? What?
Yeah, so like if it's like 9 times 1, it's like 9 times 2.
What?
Yeah, 9 times 1, so
Why do
it's
I gotta make
9,
the-
and then 9 times 2,
the killer-
1, and then 18. 9
that's too
times
much
3,
work, bro.
2, and then 7, 27.
I always just
That's
think
a
of like the
thing?
number
Yeah.
backwards
What?
with mine.
Yeah, like 9 times 4, you put your fourth finger down, so it's 3, which is 30. And then how many fingers do you have left? 6, 36.
Wait, hold on. Which one's left and right?
Wait. Start me off here. What do I put up?
Wait, it's still working. That's crazy. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you never learned that in school.
No, like
Thanks, man. I got off my
I
back.
failed a lot of subjects.
Anyways,
I failed a lot of subject.
listen,
What's frolicking, huh?
I think frolicking.
I'm still curious.
You know what frolicking? Show them what frolicking is really quick.
I don't want to.
Right quick.
If you think just because we frolicked in the park.
That is a done deal.
I think-
I gotta quote that line. Is it takes more than wait. Hold on. It's like you're either for the streets or for the sheets. What does he say?
I love
See,
it.
what's the line?
Oh,
You're either
it's
for the
so-
streets or for the sheets.
You can stay.
But you can stay or you can come.
Yeah, it's like,
No,
yeah.
but we said maybe, I don't know. Or what is
Oh, it's such a great.
It
line.
don't matter me. No.
It don't matter me no. It don't make me no.
No more than or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
so good.
damn it! It's so good, and we can't remember it. That's why I was like, "Go back, Austin."
Okay. Yeah, mama. Now you can hit the sheets or the streets. It don't make me no. Never mind.
What?
Now that's your bag, baby. You can go or you could come. Can you dig it?
Can you dig
So
it?
good. Wait, don't make me no never mind.
It don't make me no never mind. Oh my god.
Genius.
So many
Shakespeare could never. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, bro. This is gold, baby.
Yeah, no, look, this is, again, from the first time it was screened for me to now, I think it's this cult classic, right? And really kind of rightfully so cult classic. But again, I feel like Castro will relate with me, I think, the most out of here because growing up with hood comedies, you get this world a little more.
Yeah.
And you get the hip-hop culture a little more and where it stems from. And I think that adds to this. Like, this is appealing to a black audience. Or at least it's intended to, right, on the surface. Yeah. It's intended to appeal to a black audience on the surface. But, again, I think good comedies just surpasses that. And if you grow up in the hood and you grow up with people who show you these films, you know, things like the Friday series, things like Don't Be a Menace, things like Soul Plane, things like these hood comedies become a part of you, become this part of, and when seeing this, it's cool because you start building your tolerance and for comedy and for cinema and your palate, and it's complementing both sides now. It's complementing the hood comedy aspect, the parody comedy, and it's complementing paying homage to 1970s blaxploitation cinema.
Homage.
So I think it's cool, and kung fu films, not to mention like Wu-Tang and
you
know,
true.
And then
Wow.
the freaking what is his name? Dr. Wu is
Dr.
behind.
Wu,
Yeah,
the Wu family.
But hold on, why would they blend it with Kung Fu?
Because that's blaxploitation cinema was exactly that. It was this take on kung fu cinema. It was black people's take on kung fu cinema.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because not only
bad,
because
guys.
it was like this, it was cheap cinema. It was cheap
Right.
to make. They would sell out in the video stores.
yeah,
You know,
because you don't really need props or anything.
Right.
Like it's not like these guys shooting each other and having to dodge bullets. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna keep karate chopping.
Yeah.
And it just cut to the next scene.
But again, it was
Yeah.
their take
Dude,
on
it
that.
was like
so.
in the credit scene with the girls, and she was like, "All right, go get them, girls." And
Oh,
they're all
yeah.
just walking around. Like,
No, and then like earlier, she's like, "Oh, don't worry, I've been keeping the girls up on their kung fu like you told me to." So they come
a
in here,
callback.
we're just like, "Watch out!" Yeah, like that's it. They just like go and karate chop things.
But like, if you go see like the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang, like the film that inspired RZA to name it the Wu-Tang Clan, and him bringing together two cultures, two people from two sides of the tracks in New York, which is what they would refer to as the Shaolin. Half of the Wu-Tang members were from there, and then the other ones were from another neighborhood in New York, in Staten Island, that would be reference themselves as Wu-Tang, and they would come together and create Wu-Tang. That's what happens in the film, in the Chinese kung fu film.
And that's your Black History lesson.
Yeah. Go watch Wu-Tang An American Saga. It's fucking great on Hulu. It's terrific. But anyways, those films inspired black culture a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why blaxploitation films kind of come about. So I love that Black Dynamite does that. It's referencing hood comedies and things only people who love hip-hop culture would get. And it's referencing cinema, you know. So I think it's pretty great. Not to mention it's fucking hilarious. So for a comedy, I think this stands high above, man. Like a 9.5 for me. I think this thing's hilarious.
What did you give it?
Nothing
He hasn't
yet.
given a rating
Oh,
yet.
shit,
That
my
was the
bad.
first one, but yeah.
Wait, Castro, what did you give it?
So 9.5?
I think we just talked about Tropic Thunder. I don't
Damn,
even remember if
mine's
we
not that
gave
high.
ratings. I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
But
I gave it a
I think I
9.5
gave it
to
like a
Tropic.
9, right? 9.2. And that's because certain jokes fall flat in Tropic Thunder.
Whoa.
I think this thing's very carefully crafted. I think
Everything is
they got
good.
wait. I think they got
It's
lucky.
clever, but not cleverly crafted.
I think
No.
so. I think it's
Wait.
because it has an intention, right? It knows what it's going for.
Yeah.
It's not. It
and
knows
Tropic
what it's
Thunder
making.
doesn't?
I think Tropic Thunder had a lot of star
Now
power.
you're pissed off because John Boy got mad for no reason.
I know. Your guys' favorite moment of last episode. No, but I do think that because they're leaning into the style. Don't get me wrong. There was happy accidents, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The happy accidents being like, I'm positive that the reading of the scripting was just a joke they were cracking, and then they were like, we got to do that
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you know?
Like I found the other one where he's like, "No, when we get back home, I'm retired from Revolution, start a family."
Shows picture. So I mean, I'm positive that was a happy accident on set, and this isn't confirmed, but I'm sure they were just like,
Yeah.
you know, somebody was being silly about reading the script, and they read it out loud, and then they were like, dude, that's fucking genius, do
Or
that,
like,
and then there was a running bit for the rest of the film.
Or I like the joke where it's common that if, like, let's say there's an actor on set and they're just too hard to work with, or they get upset over something
Yeah.
like actually getting punched in the face or slapped in the face,
They replace him.
they'll walk off set, and it's like, fine, we'll just replace the dude.
And they do.
And it was like the obvious cut too.
Yeah,
Like,
no, the fact that they like left it where like you hear like all these like fake sounds and then a real slap, it's like bitch. Then,
And it's all these great American actors or American comedians playing bit parts. Like the role of that. The role of was it Chicago Wind? Is that the character's name? That's Bubba from Forrest Gump.
Even the name's fucking
Chicago
awesome.
Wind?
That's
awesome,
Bubba from
dude.
Forrest Gump.
Oh my
He's the
God.
uncle in
Yeah,
ATL.
that's what I thought. I was like,
he's
I thought
like,
because you mentioned that.
he's a great fucking actor playing a bit part. And
or
in
David
this,
Letterman as the cop that like finds.
David Letterman.
Isn't that David Letterman?
I don't
No,
think
you
so.
said it. No,
Wait,
dude.
what's
you said it during the
Yeah,
film. I was like,
it
where?
kind of looks like him, but I don't think that's
What is? Then who is it?
I don't know.
some
white
old
dude.
dude.
Look up David Letterman on Black Diamond.
He would have
Yeah, he would have had a credit.
He would have had a credit.
He probably does.
No, I don't think so.
Give it a minute.
Okay,
It'll taste
fine.
good.
Give it a
Anyways,
minute.
9.5 for me. I think again, it's appealing to both sides of my comedic kind of appreciation, growing up in hood films, and it's intentional and it's in what it's trying to do.
I searched for it.
Look up pictures of David Letterman.
Old school David Letterman.
Yeah, not the one with the beard right now.
I swear that has to be him.
It looked like him, but it's not him. I promise
very
you
sure
it's not.
him.
Put like
That's
David,
him.
Put David Letterman Black
Yeah, that's
Dynamite.
him.
I guarantee nothing will come up.
You won't come up.
Hey, look,
okay?
it's Joaquin when he's
Yeah,
talking to
well,
London.
I'm here.
Napoleon
Who's that
Dynamite.
guy?
It's some actor.
Dude, it's him. I've been like, oh my
David
god, how'd they get
Letterman.
David
So you think it
Letterman
was just
here?
a non-credited?
Yeah, no, it
highly
has
doubt
to
it.
be, right?
Well, he was a detective or something, right? Like search detective in the cast. I'm positive it was not him. Anyway, so
Do you
yeah.
know whose brother this? That's him.
We're all worried.
9.5.
9.5.
Castro.
Mine's
Up
a
to bat.
little lower.
Dang.
I don't think it's a classic to me yet. I don't
Oh
know.
my god.
I'll start off with my rating. I'll give it like an 8.3.
Okay.
Yeah, I just, I like the style. I like Michael J. White. His character is straight to the point. He's every. Do you think that like
It's every stereotype
Yeah.
of like the strong.
where did like Shaft come up?
This is paying
This is one
homage
of
to
them, right?
Shaft. It's blaxploitation cinema.
But when was like the original one?
73 maybe?
73.
I don't know. Look up Shaft.
That's
Yeah,
all I
with
can think.
like not the Samuel Jackson one, but the,
No,
the
the old
original.
school
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
the original.
1960s, 70s,
So yeah,
With like the comically large gun.
1971. You see? Yeah, Shaft. With
Oh my
isn't it
God.
Danny? Oh no, it's Richard Roundtree.
so yeah, that's all I kept thinking about this
Shaft,
film,
he's
dude.
a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
I'm telling you, that's what Black Dynamite is, dude.
That
It's
is.
this blaxploitation cinema thing.
So yeah, I really like his character. I think he really like perfected
spot
it. And spot on the jokes, his timing. I like the whole way they edit the film to make it seem like it
Sure.
was, on the spot
Badly edited,
editing.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think where it lacked is I don't think it's like I think it's all me. I think I'm more of the Tropic Thunder. You just said I'm more of Tropic Thunder, and you're not.
What do you mean though? Like what's
It's a taste thing.
Like what does Tropic Thunder have that this film doesn't for you? What does Tropic Thunder do for you that this film doesn't?
Stiller?
No,
That's-
like you mentioned it right now. You said that it was cleverly crafted, and I think it was just one of those. They struck gold with the cast. They have an all-star cast. Oh my God, Arsenio Hall. Who's the other guy from Joanna Man?
Yeah.
A
You
bunch
know
of
what I think
comedians.
is funny about that?
I
Like
just think they had a good.
that comparison for me is like Tropic Thunder for me. It's the reason I think it's cleverly crafted, and cleverly being the operative word. I think Tropic Thunder's too perfect. I think you had Hollywood put people crafting a movie that has to come out perfectly. This is like, yo, we know what we're going for, and anything goes, but be intentional. And I think that's the difference for me. I think Tropic Thunder's too polished. Like
And that's
it's
why
too
you give it a lower,
Hollywood.
and then you give it a lower.
Yeah,
rank.
because like
It's too polished.
yeah, like think about these films, like the hood comedies that we came up. Tell me one of those that had more than a $5 million budget.
Oh, that's
You
a
know,
good one.
like you gotta get crafty with it. You gotta, and that's it comes
Yeah.
your creative chops, your comedic chops come out of that. I think.
Because I think it's the way like blockbuster comedies look today,
Yeah.
where all the jokes are shot really, really well,
Perfectly,
and
yeah.
they're edited a certain way. So it's just giving you this very it's a very polished joke as opposed to this where everything's really funny because a lot of it feels organic at times, like where they just kind of pop up, or like when you see the confusion on their faces, and it's like, I don't know.
I think Tropic Thunder and Black Dynamite are in conversation with each other. I think Tropic Thunder is the white people's Black Dynamite. You know what I'm saying? Like they are, they have these kind of, they're making fun of black people to a certain extent, and then Black Dynamite, the white devil is the enemy, and we're gonna, he's fighting Richard fucking Nixon at the end of the film. Like it's the ultimate white guy.
Oh my god!
I don't know, man. I guess I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I like the one-liners. Like we're laughing at them. I just
like this is the last thing I'll kind of say towards your point.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you feel about this. I feel like in comparison, every joke, every one-liner in Black Dynamite, we were cracking up. In Tropic Thunder, there were a couple that were like, all right.
See, I think you're saying that because we've watched Tropic Thunder over the years so many times, and I don't know how many times you've seen this one.
This is probably like my 5th screening of Black Dynamite.
Really? And it still holds? Like,
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. That's just my take, I guess. I'm also viewing it to see, like, where's the arc? And I was like, there's no arc to this guy. Exactly, bro.
No arc.
There was somebody you thought, like, oh, that was his arc. Oh, it's when he's apologizing to Miss Nixon. Like, I'm sorry, baby.
I was trying to see it like you guys see it.
I didn't mean to pimp slap you. Like, that was over the line. It's like, what? It's like, but I shot you. Yeah, but you missed. If you had hit me, that would have given me reason to pimp slap you. Like,
I don't know that.
And he just taps her.
Yeah.
She wakes up.
That there's an arc in Tropic Thunder either. I don't
There
know that there.
is.
I don't know that
No.
there will be an arc in Semi Pro. You know what I mean?
left the
Like,
fridge open.
Dude, there is arcs on this one.
what?
And Semi-Pro?
In Semi-Pro, there is an arc.
Yeah. We got
With,
it from
Woody Harrelson's
Harrelson's character. Even Will Ferrell's
Even Will
character.
Ferrell, yeah.
No, like, I think,
They're not major, but they're there.
yeah. I think the joke with this one is that there's not supposed to be. Like, I mean, like,
Yeah,
even at the
it's-
very
No,
end.
no, I'm not making fun of it, but I was trying to see it like that. and I
Oh,
was
like, if there was more to it?
Another
Yeah.
thing to note is that Black Dynamite ultimately is it's a revenge film, right? This
Yeah,
stems
the
from
brother.
the killing of his brother. That's how the film opens.
And I was also trying to see, like, all right, are they like showing the like drug use amongst the drug community? I was trying to see, like, okay, is there meaning towards this? Just
No!
like, exactly. That's how you were acting with Tropic Thunder last time.
What?
Well,
No,
you're-
because
how did he win an Oscar if
Wait,
it's so fucking-
wait. Tropic Thunder is a commentary on Hollywood.
Yeah.
But it's also a parody.
It is, but it's a commentary. It's in its
So is this one
in
then?
its device, right? In its plot device, it's trying to talk about how fake Hollywood is. This is just making fun of shit. Period.
Yeah, how,
But
like
I
on
mean-
the nose and stuff is.
If anything, it's like maybe like a satire on like, I don't know, the black community stereotypes, like how they're trying to shrink their penises with malt liquor. Like that's,
Yeah.
I mean, stuff like that. I feel
Yeah.
like then
Or like
the two girls that both their dads, they don't know them, but they just know that their mom said it's Black Dynamite. Like,
Girls,
Shut the
but
girl.
even then, it's like again, like what's the ultimate kryptonite to black people? Small penises. Like
yeah, that was
And malt
that's how
liquor.
you stop them.
You're
Yeah.
like, come on, it's
Oh man, it's
But I feel, dude, I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I feel like that joke could run out. Like,
really it would get stale for you.
exactly.
You're right. I think so
Whereas
too.
Tropic Thunder, there's just like you said, it's so polished that man, even nowadays when we watched it, it was
Yeah.
like,
No. But I
Perfect.
don't think like the small penis joke would run. I think that joke would run stale. That's not what the whole movie's about.
no.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the whole.
I think they stopped using it when they needed to. I think that's pretty good. Right? I think it's a pretty good plot device.
I'll give it another.
I'm with you though. I mean, Tropic Thunder, it's making fun of movies and movie making, right? And so it holds that place. But this is comedy month. I think this
And
one.
I get it. And
I
he
think this
led
one's
the
funnier.
whole film. He led the whole film,
Yeah.
which is like, oh my god.
I think this one's funny with no star power. I mean, sure, there was some great kind of
him, yeah.
but yeah.
No, I think every comedy. It's hard for me to think of like one film that I could genuinely watch back to back that I know after a while it wouldn't get old because
But that's a good question.
Yeah.
Which one would you?
I mean
you,
this,
mean Black
this
Dynamite,
one?
right?
I could probably watch this one over and over and I don't think anything would get old because I know I have. I've seen it well
And
over
you're
20,
big
30
on
times.
quotability.
Yeah,
This
but
film, like,
for sure.
we quote like crazy.
Also,
But
I
like
think
dick jokes get stale. Get
No,
old
no,
quick.
but
There's
the
one
fact
dick joke in the
It's
whole
the
movie.
whole thing. It's the whole theme of the.
No,
they're trying to
no,
figure-
no, no,
they're trying
no.
to- They're trying to
It's-
figure out why they have.
no, but it's only that moment, and even then, I mean,
That's
it was,
one-
it
oh,
was
yeah, one-
really.
that's true,
The one
true.
bit, and it's
I
was it
love
a
the
baby
zoom in.
pacifier? It's a baby
They're
pacifier.
zooming in on it.
I love the buildup at Roscoe's when they're like, so Kansas, Spell that backwards. Take
Yeah,
out the
take
S.
out the
Yeah. Oh my God!
So
like
many times,
they
yeah.
go into like Greek and Roman mythology and
And
like,
at first, by the way, at first you're like, these motherfuckers are reaching, and then that second you're like, this is kind of genius.
Oh
yeah, and then, like,
this is
the year-
like what?
oh, the year that the
Which is a city in Greece.
Which is the code of the area code.
yeah. Oh my God!
It's,
that was great.
again, at first you're like, all right, it's funny, get to the point, and then you're like, this is written pretty fucking well.
And then
Like
the
to
old
get
lady
to
gets,
this
and-
full
the old
circle.
lady gets him up. Thank you, old lady.
No,
Thank
and
you.
you
Yeah.
would think that they were done with that, but like when they made the animated show, they come back to a lot of those bits and expand them again. So Black Dynamite has multiple revelations that are these
Oh,
weird,
that's cool.
outlandish
That's
things.
cool.
So they like,
That's really
they keep writing those same jokes.
So
and it's great.
8.3.
8.3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid.
What about you, Pretty Mama?
Can you dig it?
Hush, little mama.
Push a little more.
I'd give it a solid 9.4.
9.4.
Dude, because it's not only like the comedy of the dialogue, like just even the way it's made. Like some of like the novela type like push-ins and
Oh, the
music.
the
and-
reusing
No, I
of the
appreciate all
car.
that.
Oh, dude, the
appreciate
reusing
all that.
of the car. They use it like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, it's just it does what it's trying to do very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
This movie has an identity and then knows its identity. Like
Yeah.
it knows what
it's not trying to do anything more.
Yeah.
I also think that the fact that they played into their budget, like
Yeah.
$2 million, and there's a lot of things that you can tell that they're doing because it's cheaper, but it made
But
it
it
so
works.
much funnier. Like
Yeah, it
they
works
made
into
that
the
part of
script.
the joke, and that was great. Like reusing
Oh,
clips.
that's
or,
the perfect kind of. That's the perfect line for this, right? It's part of the joke. Like it knows
Exactly.
what to make part of the joke.
yeah,
And that's
That's
clever.
right,
If
yeah.
you could fit it in the perfect
yeah,
spot,
like
it's clever.
wherever they needed to spend money, they spent the money, and wherever they didn't need to because they knew it would make it funnier, like
Yeah.
they didn't. Like
When the guy at the end was it Wu when he's on fire.
yeah, I was about to say,
Come
like instead
This
of
is
putting the
wailing.
money
They
as
superimpose fire.
yeah,
You know.
or like before you even see him,
Yeah.
you just hear fire sound effects, and there's no lighting, no
Yeah.
anything. It's just him casually, like the same exact scene,
Yeah.
but you're like, oh yeah, the
But
background of the fire.
it's
yeah.
1970 cinema. Like think about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
When they're watching the show that Rick Dalton's in,
Yeah.
SWAT or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's this style, right? It's this cheap kind of action thing, right? And
That's what they're going for
They're
now.
leaning into it very well. Yeah.
Oh
for
yeah.
Sure. So 9.4.
9.4.
I'll probably give it like a 9.6. I think this is up there as far as like really, really well done comedies where any person can come into it, and I mean, it feels almost like every minute you'll have a laugh coming out of it.
That's true. It shouldn't be this universal, right? But it is. It is.
Yeah. And I think everybody can get behind it. It doesn't matter like what kind of creed you come from. With us, I think we just get a big extra kick out of all the filmmaker jokes. Like I love when Black Dynamite stands up too unexpectedly, and you see the camera struggle and the booms in the shot.
Oh, yeah, then you
and
know,
that's the
By
shot
the
they
way,
keep. And
Oh
like,
man, we
my
need
God.
to talk about that really quick because it reminded me. Apparently, anytime you see the boom in the shot, sure, it's making fun of the low budget filmmaking, but more importantly, it's making fun of the era of projectionists.
Really?
Projectionists wouldn't crop. They would give you extra room for the
I knew there was
projectionist to
something
crop,
there, yeah.
and the bad projectionist would crop wrongly. So
Yeah.
it's even making fun of that in this era, which I think is genius. Another thing that it leans into that, by the way, like I think we were watching the trailer at one point. The trailer is fucking hilarious to begin with. You guys should watch the trailer. But the trailer is basically saying, Michael J. White, he basically said, I'm not just playing Black Dynamite. I'm playing the actor who plays Black Dynamite. Because in the trailer, it's this football star who breaks his neck.
I think
So he did. So
Check it out.
So he's actually a football star that's playing.
wait, so what?
Is it this one?
You're so righteous.
What's the one that's on IMDb?
I still remember that lady.
Let me guess. You're one of these brothers thinking goodbye and won't get a smile, huh?
I am small.
A smile.
I am smart.
Here.
Never in the history of the game has there been such devastation. The CIA needs Black Dynamite now more than ever.
We need you, Black Dynamite, now more than ever. I thought I told you honkies from the CIA that Black Dynamite was out the game.
And it's better than Sham, Superfly, and the Max.
Superfly is another
When
one.
the mob kills his brother.
Superfly.
Death will not go unavenged.
And puts the dope on the street. It's my nephew Bucky. He OD'd. He's back in the game and he's playing for keeps.
I'm declaring war on anybody who sells.
Are you sure it's this one?
I think so. It's at the end.
I sell drugs in the community. He killed my best dealer. I want him dead now.
Don't you crave satisfaction? Then dig this action. Guaranteed to put your ass in traction. Black stack, attack and match. Backtrack, slap jack, boot flat, flashback, ram sack, jam pack and still coming back.
See where I'm coming from, blue job, mother.
Black Dynamite, starring all-star running back Ferrante Jones.
Ferrante Jones.
Ferrante Jones.
Michael City.
You Google Ferrante Jones, and Ferrante Jones doesn't exist. So he's made and get this. I just read this today. It blew my mind, and I was looking for it in the film. Ferrante Jones, all-star running back, who became an actor. Because
Oh, Sinophonic.
Sinophonic
I always reference that, and like I could never explain it, but yeah, this whole film was done in
Quadrovision.
yeah, like some made-up thing to make it sound cool.
But Ferrante Jones apparently got injured playing football and became an actor, and he had a neck injury.
Oh, wow.
So in the film, Black Dynamite won't look a certain way. He won't turn his neck a certain way. So it's like method.
Oh my God.
What's
That's
his name?
genius.
Michael J. White is playing Ferrante Jones, playing Black Dynamite. Dude, that's fucking genius.
That's
Oh
genius.
my God.
And if you watch the film again with how he turns his neck and where he doesn't turn his neck, it's because of his neck injury.
Is that why
football
he's so
neck.
stiff when
Yes.
he's like chasing her? That scene where it's kind of like,
Yeah,
like,
it just blew my mind. Okay, and,
Oh.
yeah.
Can I show you guys something? I know it's gonna be like a little like in between the podcast thing, but go to YouTube and look up Black Dynamite. Drugs are fun. It was part of the promotional material that they used.
And also put a little caption. Don't kids don't listen.
So what happens is that that Black Dynamite's character, he's trying to get smack off the streets and out of the orphanage, right? Well, part of the
I
promotional
used to be an orphan.
yeah, part of the promotional material that like led up to the movie is that there's a fake kids TV show where Black Dynamite is a guest star to promote drugs not being fun.
Okay.
Ding dong roar. What the fuck? Oh, that fool's on crack. It's freaking me out, man. It's got like as a Wizard of Oz type of vibe.
Yeah. The Wiz.
The Wiz.
Hey, Funky Feline, can you tell us
Funky Feline?
today?
This is exactly what I think DeLo does in his spare time.
These are people hanging out. And he's wearing the same suit.
Yeah.
Funky feline, little straight daddy and child. Now y'all know that drugs are bad, right? But the kids at home might not know that there's some bad cats out there giving drugs cool sounding names. So you think that drugs are fun. Hit it, funky feline.
Can they make it catchy?
That's the problem. Like, God.
That's gonna backfire quick.
Drugs are fun.
Even his dancing is stiff.
He's looking left a little there.
And I forgot what the second drug is they reference, but it's you know what a sandwich is?
Thinking.
What? Okay.
You know, my favorite type of weed is
Cocaine.
cocaine.
Isn't that what John Belushi died of?
A sandwich?
a snowball or whatever, or what
A
are they called?
cocktail?
Yeah.
Drugs are fun.
This is the Lavo every Friday night. Just
Fight Smack, the orphanage.
Yeah, and then look at the symbol. Yeah.
Fisto.
Yeah, again, so these things are just genius, man.
Yeah, we're
I
like,
think it's
they
great.
Cutting
really.
it out or just
Huh?
I think most of it, right? Probably.
yeah, okay.
I think especially while we're watching the first half. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, because we're going to comment on it afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what it kind of reminds? Oh my bad.
You might consider just putting it on the screen, just the part like where he mentions the quarterback or the drugs are fun part.
Yeah, like what I love about it is that you could tell that not only for the film, but like for the advertising and everything, they really wanted to push like it's in the era and really push like everything around that. So I don't know.
9.6.
9.6, fantastic comedy. I will keep watching it over and over again. I think it's still going to be funny.
You know what? I'm trying to nail it down as to why I didn't rate it so high.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I've seen other films do it better.
I think you're taking drugs from the community. I'm kidding. But
Drugs
who?
are
Like
fun.
what? Like what?
But Castro.
This is gonna be one of the dumb ones, but just because I'm a big Will Ferrell fan. Anchorman. I know, but it's still a parody. But it's memorable. It's quotable. I know it's not a black exploitation. It's not, but it's like against the news, how it was back then, how
What is it
celebrity
parodying,
life.
though? What is a parody?
The celebrity life of a news anchor back then, because those were only on. You know, he thinks he's famous.
Right.
That's what I was expecting. Like,
Yeah.
I think one of the only things that they kind of have in common is that both leads played it straight, and that's what made it funny.
yeah.
They're not trying to be funny; they're playing it straight.
Exactly.
and it's hilarious. Yeah.
No, yeah. I just think it's that. I mean, now that you guys are talking about it, it's got a little bit more detail, but I still find other ones a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that comes down to like a taste thing. I feel like there's some comedies that are gonna really hit the mark for you. That's not gonna strike the same with everybody else.
Exactly.
And even though I love this film to death, I do feel like there's some people I could show it to and they would be like,
Yeah, they're not. It's
I
gonna go
don't get it.
completely
Yeah,
over their
or
head,
like
for sure.
I remember there used to be a long conversation, and I still struggle to understand this. But I remember when I showed this movie to the guys, they were like, "Oh, well, it's boy funny," and I'm like, "What do you mean? Isn't it just
Whoa.
funny?" And I never understood that
Boy
concept.
funny?
I don't get that. I don't
Like
understand.
locker room talk type of funny.
No, but like,
But it's something that, like, for instance, Sandra
Boy funny.
won't.
like Sandra won't get behind this, right?
She probably wouldn't. She probably
she-
think this is the stupidest boy thing ever.
What you think? Tropic Thunder's funny?
Well, she probably would.
Yeah.
She probably would jump on that a little
But the
more.
fact that they're like kung fuing people and like,
It's like that meme that's famous right now, right? That there's like, oh, if I showed that to a guy, he'd be like, hell yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of the same sentiment. Like, it is boy funny. There is boy funny. Boy funny does exist.
Boy funny. That's gay.
do you think that? Okay. Yeah, I feel
Please cut
like
that off.
no, but I feel like
Well,
it's,
you guys know I'm just messing around. Happy.
I like I just inserted a good word like think of something good. Happy.
Happy.
No, I just feel like for that I can say that for me it's going to stand the test of time, but I know that it's not going to stand the test of time for everybody else, and that's okay. Like it's every comedy is going to hit different, but it's one that I would definitely recommend everybody kind of give a try because oh my goodness, it's so good. Also, I like I feel like a lot of the comedies that I really get behind are like a lot of the older ones, like I mentioned, like Airplane before, or I've gotten into like now recently, like the Vacation series. I've like really gotten into.
Great.
Yeah, and like
really?
anything that has that like texture to it and that kind of wit back then, like I don't know, it hits a soft spot for me, I guess, because it's like a lot of the comedy I grew up with, like with my family. So this one also, it's funny, but it's incorporating like old styles mixed in with like slapstick, and it's putting it over this like 1970s tone. Like it hits a lot of the marks for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the good question. Like
Yeah.
the last one. Would it be able to be done today?
It was done today. It was done in 08.
Oh, nice.
I'm
09.
saying, I say comedy peaked at 2016.
Ah, man, no. I feel like I think it could be done today because
It's still reaching a very niche audience,
Slapping,
right?
slapping women.
the only
Hey, but he
reason.
apologized.
Yeah.
out of line.
I was over the line. Yeah.
Hey, I agree with that.
You know, I think the only reason it could be made today and it wouldn't catch as much slack as something like Tropic Thunder is the fact that it's mimicking an era. It has the veil of an era behind it, meaning that it's saying, "Oh, sure," like
it is kind of a safety net.
Yeah, like even like the terminology used, or like
safety net, like.
Well, the sense that in that era, right? If you watch 1970s films, what that generation thought was funny, this generation doesn't.
Or
right?
what that generation thought was okay.
Yeah, right. Beating women and like I am the man of the house and like.
But now, with that,
as long as it's not like saying let's bring those values to the forefront today.
Yeah. No. The same way, like
exactly,
keeping it in the 70s.
Exactly. Yeah. Because
of course.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's also part of the blaxploitation formula. Right, you take that stuff out of the blaxploitation formula, and it becomes less funny or less.
Yeah,
less
it becomes like
authentic,
an issue. Yeah.
So I think that's
like
the veil. That's what he says, like the veil or that protection it has over it. That it won't get canceled because it's very specific to an era.
It's referencing an era. Yeah.
Thunder is referencing today's like actual people who are going.
That's
through these
very
things,
true. That's a very good take.
The biggest
okay.
difference.
So yeah, this probably could be done today.
I think so. I think if they made a Black Dynamite sequel right now, I'd be extremely happy.
Which
about
De La O has been hoping and hearing rumors.
They did do a tease for it.
They did.
They did tease it. It was like Black Dynamite 2. I think they did it like.
But how far?
That's part of the conversation.
How far?
It can be made today. Who would want to risk putting money behind it? That's a different conversation.
Oh, the issue
That's
happened.
a whole other conversation. That's true.
That's the same issue that happened with Tenacious D, that they made Pick a Destiny, and then they wanted to do a sequel, and nobody wanted to fund it, and they made the music for it. What?
I'm looking for it on IMDb.
It just came out.
Just recently.
Outlaw Johnny Black is a spiritual sequel.
Whoa.
Written by the same guys and directed by Michael J. White.
What?
But it's not.
Oh, God, look at him.
Oh, my God.
That's him.
2023.
It's the Back to the Future 3 of Black Dynamite.
Wait, can we watch the trailer?
This is last year.
That's, I'm down.
Why haven't we watched this?
I know.
Can you dig it?
I can dig it. Oh, God. It's Blazing Saddles.
Oh, it's mimicking Blazing
Look,
Saddles.
they even got the same guy.
Brand new movie that's showing. We've been gone for a while, but now we're back.
It's Bullhorn. The writer, by the way.
It's a root, six-gun shooting, romance, break dance, flip jumping.
Johnny Blake.
Oh, they got that from Blazing Saddles.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a.
This is
Where did they release it on?
probably like Netflix or something.
No, but I would have known it.
He's still kung fuing people.
Johnny Blake. As faith-based Western black exploitation, kung fu action, romantic comedy.
Wow.
It's right up there with the rest of them.
Coming soon.
No, it's out.
Yeah, it's out.
Where is it streaming?
Where did it stream? That's
Oh,
Because I
my
would have
God.
seen it on Netflix or something.
It's on Stars right now.
Oh, see, that's
true.
Hulu, Amazon.
I-
Where did it premiere? Go to the Wikipedia page.
I can't
Yeah.
believe that all my dreams are coming true.
Shit. MGM. Okay.
I'm James. It was
Go to Wikipedia. And go to the right. Go down. The production company.
Because I remember seeing Black Dynamite,
down.
but not this.
Production company. Gigantic with a JAI. Samuel
Gigantic.
Goldwyn. They probably have a deal with Amazon because it's MGM.
Or it's probably just making fun as well, no?
No, that's Samuel Goldwyn.
Did you look
Films.
up like where can you stream
Yeah, the
it?
parent company.
No, I mean, they're saying that in Hulu and stuff, but where did they release it?
Decider. Yeah, like what did it drop on? Did not have a theatrical release?
Obviously.
Oh man, it's not anywhere.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Well, if it's out,
It says Stars.
just check the back of the truck, Austin. I mean,
Ah, dude, we should have just played it back.
Back to back with this.
Yeah.
So Stars, so it's like a cable premium.
See, yeah,
thing.
that's where they lose it, dude.
That's
they
cool.
They can't release it just on that.
Samuel Goldwyn.
That's awesome.
That's
though.
cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, the fact that like they continued it.
I wonder if it's the same
So there is
actor that he's parodying. You know?
Oh, check out the backstory probably.
Yeah, I mean, like if it's the same actor as Black Dynamite, if he's just
And
playing
another-
that guy
yeah.
again, like playing another role, that would be cool.
Outlaw
Oh, no,
Johnny
go
Black.
up, go up, go
I
up.
was gonna go to the.
Michael J. White. Michael J. White as John. Oh, okay. Yeah, go to the plot. Nah, you know what? Probably not, because in the trailer they didn't mention that, did they?
Not even.
You
No.
remember like the
I don't think they finished it. We didn't finish the
we
trailer.
didn't finish the
We
trailer.
did trade for the shit.
Did we?
It was only a minute.
Whatever. It's a cool little joke if they did do it, but
I'm adding this to my list.
Black Dynamite. So y'all went 9s, I went 8.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
Michael J. White addressed one of the running jokes. Yeah. Okay. I'm down for it. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Same.
Again, I think a lot of the comedy's dead on. I think they brought in the right people for this thing. I think it's very niche. I don't think it's gonna make everybody laugh, but I do think it surpasses the genre. I think it surpasses parodies. I think it surpasses blaxploitation. I think it's pretty universal. I think if you love comedy, period, you'll find this funny.
It gets your palate back, tasting right, I guess.
Like a palate cleanser.
Yeah, there you go.
You think so?
Yeah, because I started losing hope on them. That's why when I saw this one,
On parodies.
on parodies.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'll skip this one.
Yeah, I feel like, oddly enough, like two of my favorite people, comedy wise, both in the stand up world and in the film world, are Louis C.K. and Chris Rock. And when those two get together to write and direct,
Have they?
oh yeah,
What
like
happened?
one of my favorite things. There's a film called I Think I Love My Wife.
Oh wow!
And
I never knew this.
Louis C.K.
They teamed up together.
Yeah, I think Chris Rock directed and Louis C.K. co-wrote it with Chris Rock.
Oh, dude, I have definitely seen this
I
movie.
fucking love this movie, and those two coming together to write comedy is like a gift. And I think on both sides of that coin,
That's crazy.
either of them would love Black Dynamite, or both of them would love Black Dynamite.
Yeah,
Just
for
on
sure.
the comedic writing, on the clever writing, on its intentionality. But yeah, Louis C.K. There's this great bit. Not even a bit. There's this great 50-minute program from HBO called Talking Funny. And it's four dudes.
They just came up on the
It's
first
Ricky Gervais. Yeah, Talking Funny on HBO. You can find it on YouTube. It's 49 minutes. It's Ricky Gervais, Louis C.K., Chris Rock, and Jerry Seinfeld.
Whoa.
And they're just sitting around talking about comedy. And it's fucking awesome. And there's a portion in this thing where Louis C.K. and Chris Rock are basically Jerry Seinfeld is very famously for working clean. He doesn't curse in his stand-up. He doesn't say
the
dirty
deal with
jokes.
clean?
Yeah, he doesn't do dirty jokes. And Louis C.K. is the polar opposite. Chris Rock
Exactly.
is the polar opposite.
Yeah.
And because those two like working with each other. I mean, Chris Rock even came out, and Jerry Seinfeld, they both came out, and Ricky Gervais, all of them came out in Louis, the show, in a bunch of different episodes.
Yeah.
And it's this great piece where Chris Rock and Louis C.K. are basically saying dude, Louis C.K. is an honorary black guy at this point. Because when he does talk
That's
about the black community,
high praise.
yeah, from Chris Rock,
High praise.
and Jerry Seinfeld's I don't like saying the N-word. He would tell Louis, I don't know how you get away with it, dude. You get away with saying the N-word in your comedy.
He does?
Oh yeah, oh absolutely. I love. There's a great bit, and I won't say it here, but
How does he get away with
there's
it?
a great bit that he says he says, I went to a coffee shop. And there was a guy, this barista, not like Starbucks, like a fucking actual mom and pop coffee shop.
I think I remember this.
And he's there's a barista, yeah, man, let me get you coffee. And he's making the coffee, and he's frothing the milk, and he's really like a chemist making my coffee. And what I had in my heart, this was not a black guy, he was a white guy. But when I walked out, what I had in my heart was that N-word make the shit out of my coffee. And he says it. He says it in one of his stand-ups. I think it's hilarious.
That's risky.
The hilarious stand-up. And again, Seinfeld's I could never.
Yeah.
I could never get away with that, but you get away with it.
Yeah.
And Rock is no, dude, he's an honorary black. He's basically a black dude.
That's cool.
And they've written the
Honorary black
Poontang film.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's
yeah.
Louis directed that film. Chris Rock co-wrote it with him.
I could see Louis writing down.
Again, those two together, they surpass genre and race comedy and just make funny shit. And I think that's what Black Dynamite does. It surpasses race and race comedy, and it's just funny shit. It becomes just funny shit. That's pretty universal. I think that's hard to do. I think it's like good cinema. Good cinema surpasses genre. Good comedy surpasses the sub-comedy that it wants to be. I think the intention for this was like, let's make a black film that black people are going to love and they're going to laugh at. Something like Soul Plane.
Wow.
Soul Plane doesn't surpass its subgenre in comedy. I think great comedy surpasses the subgenre.
Yeah.
And this does that really well, I think.
And I think it's because it like incorporates a lot of different elements. Like you said, it's like when you fall into one of the niches that it's talking about, like I was mentioning earlier with like a lot of that filmmaker comedy, and you were mentioning The Projectionist. I feel like that's one of the niches that it'll appeal to that audience, but if it doesn't appeal to them, that's not the entire film. There's so much more that
less funny.
Exactly.
If you miss that joke, it just adds to the authenticity. It doesn't make it less funny.
Yeah, and you'll still be able to find something else in there because the mismatched cuts. I mean, just like the over-the-top stereotypes at the time. You know, even like
the
Bullhorn.
Four camera angles for one camera. You know, one action shot.
Oh,
or whatever,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Like the blowing up of the door or whatever, where they're just like in 4 different camera angles for one explosion.
When he kicks the lady?
No, when he's like putting dynamite on the door and the door
he's blowtorching it, but it's like every single angle for nothing. And it doesn't. It's like I was even asking Austin. I'm like, you know, you think that that's good editing, where like they're doing the car chase scene, and really the only good shot of the car chase is that the cars are coming and then they flip around and then go the other way. But that takes forever to show because they keep cutting their reactions, like and that's, you know, it's this stupid thing. But I mean, they do it so well, and it's gonna make anybody laugh because of just how over the top it is, how they're playing into these stereotypes like the blaxploitation film. And then, you know, I feel like they're doing it with a lot of intention. At the end of the day, it's not really like it's
what allows them to be funny, what allows creativity is that they're not taking themselves too seriously. Yeah. But they're taking the making of the film seriously.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty special. I think as comics, you want to fucking I was actually listening to that Rogan Louis podcast today, and like Louis is like, when I'm on stage, I have to program my brain to not think. I'm on autopilot.
Oh yeah,
you know,
I've seen that one.
And that's the whole kind of bit here, right? I think comedically, you kind of just go on autopilot and do your thing. But as a filmmaker, you know the pinpointing kind of factors that you have to hit. And that's probably why Michael J. White got a director and did direct it himself, so that he could focus on being funny and being Black Dynamite and let the director direct. You know?
No, you have to focus on being the football star.
Yeah, being the football star. He's the guy playing the other guy. He actually is. It's pretty
So could you do that?
Can I do the guy playing the guy?
Yeah, like
disguised as the other guy.
Disguised as the fucking actor. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, I just think.
So if Ben Stiller, just like Robert Downey, Ben Stiller came to you and he's like, "Yeah, I want you to play a black dude," you'd say yes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller. Hell yeah, dude. I'll play an Asian guy if you tell me.
Okay.
That's like you said it very like I'll play the least.
Do you remember? What I now pronounce it Chuck and Larry. I think it's Rob Schneider.
It's Rob Schneider playing the Asian priest.
It's
like a circle.
It's like a circle.
Holy shit, that's Rob Schneider?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
He's like,
yeah. I didn't know that was him.
That's Rob Schneider. Yeah.
I mean,
Dynamite.
Is there anything more to say about the film?
I think you got to see it. I think it's very much
It's worth a watch for sure.
It's very much having a conversation with somebody who's seen it, and especially if you've seen it for the first time, you're gonna get this impression of that was stupid and funny.
Look,
and then you're all of a sudden quoting the militant is startled.
You're gonna be quoting.
I want to go have a family. Shows picture. That's my new favorite one, by the way.
Yeah, shows picture.
Now that we caught that,
Yeah, I think you gotta like
sarcastically. I'm in charge.
I love that part.
It's great, especially when you're a screenwriter, which all of us are.
Yeah,
you get it because you're reading scripts sarcastically.
Or after like one of the militant guys like gets scolded by Black Dynamite, and then after Black Dynamite leaves the room, I was gonna fuck him up. I love that guy. Yeah. Oh my god!
Do me a favor, can you shake that out like Black Dynamite shook the kid?
No, we tried that already. It doesn't work. We tried everything. It's great. Oh, by the way. The whole, apparently, I didn't know this was a thing, but I'm also not black, as you can tell. Apparently, it's a thing that the malt liquor bit was based on a myth
That malt liquor shrinks
No,
your penis?
that Church's chicken was poisoning black people.
Oh, I've heard that one.
That there's a myth that
Yeah.
because people like fried chicken, black people like fried chicken.
Isn't that the plot of Undercover Cop?
Dude, yes, it is.
It
so
is.
again, there's that myth, right? That's where they got the malt liquor thing.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
my
like
God.
black people like malt liquor, haha, quote unquote. Let's make.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, that's a thing. So, I didn't know that.
I also like that Black Dynamite's character. Like, for as much as in control he is, he's kind of stupid. The scene where he, he's saying,
smiling.
the worst part about this drug is that it's reaching the kids, and then these kids are orphans. They don't got parents. It's just like, it's the stupidest explanation for why it's a bad thing.
Oh, another thing to talk about, right?
Yeah.
In the dialogue, the entire film is exposition. Every fucking line
line.
of dialogue is exposition.
You know, I've known you for a long time.
I've known you for a long time. He said it. I should have known it was you.
I always knew it was you. Like the last 3 bosses or whatever.
No, but he
I always knew
also
it was
like
you.
the kind of the introduction. Oh, O'Leary. I know I was the best CIA agent that the CIA has ever had, but I told the CIA. Like, it's just all exposition.
Or
It's
like
fucking
when the
funny.
aunt calls, like, "Oh, you promised your mother on her deathbed that you would keep him off the streets or off of
And then
drugs."
they cut to the flashback of the mom on the deathbed with the little
Yeah,
kid.
exactly. It's like, "Hey, Black Dynamite." Oh, or even like
No,
when
it's like me, Black Dynamite,
I am
18 years old.
17-year-old Black Dynamite, and you are my 13-year-old kid brother.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the drugs?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
man. And
Those-
again, the exposition shouldn't work. That it's making fun of it. So it's great.
Yeah, it's making fun of all the films where they don't have enough time to explain anything, so they have to make the characters like, you are my best.
Impressive runtime. An hour and 24 minutes.
Oh, that's perfect.
Any longer, it probably would have been too much.
Right.
It's perfect.
You know what? Every time I come back to it, I'm always really impressed how far the story goes. Because at
we're
first,
taking this to the tippity top. And
Yeah.
that's the White House.
oh my God.
Great
What do they
scene.
call it? The honky
The
house?
honky house.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great. And again, just the stupid kind of things that they got away with. They got away with murder, man. I mean, the White House side gate thing where it's just like a little rectangle square with a handle that you can break into the White House.
yeah, yeah.
And then you go in and it's now square
By the way,
and metal.
did you notice every time that he was in the White House hallway, even if he turns a corner, it's the same hallway? Like
Yeah.
that painting in the background of like...
utilizing your budget, right?
Yeah.
And then like all of a sudden, the white hero of black people, Abraham Lincoln, makes a cameo and saves the day.
Oh,
you
dude,
know,
I love
like,
that.
that's just
So
fucking great. It's just great.
And
Yeah.
everybody knows Kung Fu for some reason.
Yeah, Richard Nixon knows kung fu and uses nunchucks.
Or the Polaroids, like he's like, all right, get these out to the public and throws in the fucking Polaroid.
Yeah. Oh, I love what you said about the film stock. You know, like even
yeah.
at one point they in this White House scene when he's fighting Nixon. It
The
would
color
cut to
shifts.
Nixon, and the color shifted to like sepia tones.
Do you know what
I
it
was
was?
like, what was that? And then you were
It's
like,
because what happens is that the higher ISO films would be
Yeah.
more expensive than like the lower ISOs.
Yeah.
So what they would do is that like if you had to use like your budget ISO, it's for daylight. That's
Yeah.
why it's darker for no reason. Yeah, like
it's great. It's leaning into that. I wonder if they even shot film on this. I hope they did. Oh no, they did because they would process film. It said it in the credits. So yeah, they shot on the actual.
Dude, the look of it, the first
Kodak.
time I saw it, I thought it was made like in the 70s.
Yeah, the
first time I saw it,
no,
yeah.
it has that texture.
They
It's
probably
fantastic.
even shot on 16mm cameras and shit. Like yeah. Kudos, man.
That's could have been why I skipped it too, because I was like,
Right.
Oh man, I am so excited
yeah.
to go watch the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
It better photo
Yeah,
cam.
look, they did come.
It's 16 mil. Okay, yeah. Well, they shot on, or they blew it up to 35. That's great.
Hey, let's,
Oh my
let,
They
let-
shot on 16 and blew it up to 35. When we idolize guys like Tarantino or PTA who shoot in 65 and blow it up to 70, these guys are like, we're gonna shoot in 16 and blow it up to 35. Whoa.
So tiny.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
how much?
Hey, it goes from this to this, man.
Yeah.
How much is the new one? Budget? What's the new one? Let's see if they got a little bit more money.
I doubt it. I
They get
highly
less.
doubt it. They get less.
It's not available.
There's a gigantic studio. It's gigantic.
They grossed the
Oh,
kind of the
that's
same.
funny. His name's Michael J. White. J-A-I, gigantic.
Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure.
The middle name?
No, it's Michael J. J-A-I, and then it's spelled gigantic, J-A-I, gigantic.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
pretty sure that's what.
Oh, it did get released theatrically.
What?
I never saw it. On Prime?
September.
I never saw it in the theaters, bro.
Go figure. Good for them.
You know what? I did see it. Like they would put the trailers on what is it called? Adult Swim. Like they were like, "Hey, we're coming back." So I'm pretty sure if it did get a release, it was super tiny and probably like kind of niche.
That's awesome.
Like I'm sure not even Alamo got it. Like
No,
Yeah.
like super
that's-
niche. They might have done like film festivals or something like that. Yeah.
Positive that wasn't intentional, but that's even leaning into that blaxploitation thing, right? It was in little art house cinemas. It was in little like hood cinemas. You know, it was never released on a multiplex. That's cool. I don't know. I'm reaching
it's that-
probably,
it's
but
that
that's
angle,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Nah, but I feel like these guys had the intention. I think they made a really good gem. Like I feel like even like with the sequel, like they could leave this franchise alone of like the Black Dynamite at least, and it'll still hold up. And I feel like you could revisit it later and it'll still hold up. So that's really cool. I actually just bought it while we were on the show because I was that
Where is
excited.
it?
That excited?
I got it on Voodoo.
No, you brought the DVD. Why isn't the DVD not here?
Oh, Dynamite!
Dynamite.
look, I'm getting it prepped for us to announce next week, and the first thing comes up.
Love me sexy.
Dynamite.
Is there anything on the DVD like the back cover or anything like?
No, it's just like they try to really make it look like the classic like VHS or so, where like it would be these cool cuts and pieces. But I mean, yeah, I mean they're it looks so cheesy and cheap. I mean, when you look at this, doesn't it look like I don't know, like cheap?
I bet you there's
posters?
not even a Blu-ray of it. I think they only did
A
DVDs.
typical 70s style.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Fantastic.
Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite.
But next week,
Next week we're doing the one, the only.
everybody's favorite.
Everybody's favorite, huh?
If you like
Everybody
basketball,
love everybody.
everybody love everybody.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? Oh my god, dude!
I
this
haven't
is,
seen it in a very long time.
This is when I realized that Will Ferrell is genius. Not when I watched Ricky Bobby, none of those. This is when I was like, this guy is the main star of any film. Literally, he's the coach, he's the actor, he's the starting center,
And your owner.
and your owner and entertainer.
I only saw that
This
like
halftime show, I'm wrestling a bear.
That's great.
I only
What's
saw
the safe word? What was the safe word?
I don't remember.
Spumoni? Spumoni.
I love when he gets mad at the guy for making the free throw because then everybody gets free tacos.
And shit! who has $50,000? Don't worry, the beer company is fun.
I'm excited to see it because I haven't seen it in a very long time. Like I'm very excited to like revisit this one.
You haven't even said the name of the film.
Semi-pro, dude.
Semi-pro.
This is my type of humor.
Yeah.
Like it's just Will Ferrell's humor is.
Starring Will Ferrell, Woody Harrelson, and Andre 3000.
As Castro called him Andre 2000.
I was talking to somebody who was on who worked on Gotta make love to your woman.
Make me sexy.
No, they were on Get Shorty. And I told them how I love the sequel almost more than I love Get Shorty. I love Be Cool.
I've never seen Be
You ever seen
Cool.
Be Cool with John Travolta,
With John Travolta,
Uma
yeah, Get Shorty.
Thurman?
No.
Again, Pulp Fiction.
Oh, dude. Right?
Reuniting, and then Danny DeVito kind of comes out briefly. But Andre 3000 plays like a henchman for Cedric the Entertainer as like the boss. And like there's these rich dudes
sounds familiar.
in the record industry. Where like Get Shorty takes place in the film industry, Be Cool takes place in the music
In the music industry.
And Andre 3000's part in that fucking film is hilarious.
Love
it's
me
really
sexy.
Coffee Black.
Yeah.
You won't be
So
disappointed.
this is Be Cool. Harvey Keitel comes out in this shit. The
I've
Rock.
seen the
Christina Milian, even Steven Tyler from
Danny
Aerosmith.
DeVito?
Vince Vaughn plays a guy who's trying to be black. And
I
it's
remember that scene.
hilarious.
Oh my god.
It's so funny, man. This is a good pick. Anyways, I mentioned it because of Andre 3000, and I think he's very comedically great. I've also seen him play Jimi Hendrix and geniusly play Jimi Hendrix in a dramatic biopic, which is he's a good actor.
This one just takes it back. Woody Harrelson, we all seen White Man Can't Jump. He's back in another basketball film.
Yeah,
He's great.
yeah.
He's like the retired, or not, he hasn't retired yet, right? That's the whole.
Man, him and Wesley
Funny.
Snipes.
Have you seen Wesley Snipes lately?
No, yeah.
He's skinny.
I would have figured he was gonna come back to do like a cameo in Blade.
He's too skinny.
No, well, I mean, like
too fragile.
with what
do you mean?
The guy,
You
the
see
new
him
actor.
and you're like, is this
Can you
guy
pull up-
a vampire? Anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
Semi-pro.
Semi bro.
It's the best, man. It's one of the ones, like probably Step Brothers as well, but this is one that I wish they would have had a sequel to.
Oh wow, yeah.
Love me sexy.
I actually stole that month.
Him, Mahershala Ali is gonna play Blade, So I figured him making a little cameo would be cool.
But yeah, look, he's deteriorating.
Oh wow.
That's what happens when you don't pay your taxes.
Okay. Join us next week.
Arsenio Hall was really funny in Black Dynamite too, man. That was
Yeah. Even that last credit
bit,
scene.
Yeah. That's great.
How'd he get in the house?
Who let him in the house?
See, that's when you know it's a comedic genius, man. Because he only had like a couple of seconds, a minute, and he made it work.
For sure.
That's a great thing about this film. You're laughing every minute.
Yeah.
That's what I think makes it so great. And I mean, I didn't know how to like contextualize it, but the fact that you really are just every beat laughing at something, and they constructed it so well. So I'm glad we got to watch it again.
I got to see Arsenio Hall at the Comedy Store doing 10 minutes.
Oh, you did tell me that. He still has it.
And he still has it. Like
It's
it
a comedy
was
guy.
a lineup of a lot of great comedians. Bobby Lee, Jeff Ross, like a lot of great comedians. The one that's pregnant, she's a white chick who's
Amy
pregnant.
Schumer.
Not Courtney.
It's probably Amy Schumer.
I forget her name, but she was really funny. But again, a lot of great comics. The chick from Bad Friends too, the ski.
Bad Friends too.
Bad Friends, the podcast, Bobby Lee and Santino, when they bring on that white chick, she was doing some bits. It was pretty fun. Anyways, Arsenio Hall comes out and
The girlfriend of Bobby?
no.
Drew?
She's like a blonde.
Oh,
like,
okay, no.
Jet ski. I think they call her Jet Ski. She's
Bad
a comedian.
Friends?
Yeah, she'll come out periodically on that. On Tiger Blood too. She'll come out.
okay.
Anyways, she's a comedian and she was in that lineup of comics. And they
jealous.
closed the fucking show with Jeff Ross. And
Roast
right
master.
before Jeff Ross, not Amy Schumer, but the girl from Beef.
Oh, the Asian chick.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
not gonna
really
remember.
funny.
I'm not gonna, yeah, she's pretty funny.
Great comic. Anyways, Arsenio Hall was maybe the second comic of that lineup, and I'm like, all right, washed up Arsenio Hall coming up to do, try to hold the glory
That's what
days.
you're
No,
thinking.
he fucking killed it. Like, he was great. And he was like in an all Lakers yellow jumpsuit, and he had this bit about like, my family loves to come visit me in LA, and like they always want to go to Hollywood Boulevard. And I fucking hate Hollywood Boulevard, especially where my star is. Like, it's dirty, and he had a great bit about it. And again, I was just like, oh shit, Arsenio Hall doing.
He's one of the
stand-up
few
again.
ones that's still doing it from like the 80s, right?
Yeah, for sure. So,
But
just
yes.
a little Arsenio Hall.
Next
That's fun
week's
fact.
semi-pro,
Fun fact.
man.
Semi-pro.
Semi-pro.
I wouldn't call this a parody, but it's one of those that kind of references the
The
merger,
sports film.
the merger of the NBA and ABA, which
Yeah,
I'm
it
a
actually
big
does
fan.
have a little like.
It's a little
to it
history
a
into
little
it.
Yeah.
But again, it's probably I don't remember half of it, but I'm sure it's parodying sports films. Right?
I don't remember any.
I'm sure it's making fun of all the beats. No, of like a team coming together and then fighting.
Well, maybe
and
like
then-
making fun of like the all-star where they're like this one person's not just carrying the team like actually, but like also like in media and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that episode.
It's-
And like and subscribe.
I'm excited about this one.
It's also
Because nobody's
clo-
gonna throw up. I've never thrown up.
it's
Have you
also
ever been
closing.
hitting your boom?
It's also closing out our comedy month. So
What's going to happen at the end of our comedy month?
No, the beginning of our trilogy month.
No.
Yeah, isn't it?
Well, we have a
100th
little.
episode.
I know. That's why. Like it overlaps into our trilogy month.
Well,
No.
isn't it technically the
Oh,
end
well.
beginning?
No, after
99,
after
it's
the
99.
semi-pro release, then our 100th episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
don't know why I
99.
thought it was after the
That's
first
why it was like
trilogy
the
month.
end of our comedy month.
Yeah, we're gonna be at Aaron and George's Film Cafe for our 100th
9th.
episode.
August 9th.
August 9th. We'll be there doing a live episode talking about Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, which I'm excited to talk about. It's probably going to be my 4th time screening it, and I hated it the first 2 times I saw it, and then the 3rd time I saw it, I was like, holy shit, this is genius. Why did I hate it? And now I'm curious to see what else I pick
Yeah,
up.
I saw it a couple times, and I YouTube like what are the meaning and explanations to this stuff, and I saw it again, and
Yeah,
I love it
it's
even
kind of
more.
mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's really ahead of its time, and it's very fucking existential. It's crazy. But
semi-pro next.
semi-pro
week.
next, and then our 100th episode at the Film Cafe. No other place we'd love to do it. So stay tuned for that, and then we'll jump into trilogy month after that, which we'll tell you guys more about next week.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into the WatchTower Film Podcast. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, and good night.
Good night,
That's
everybody.
one-liner, go.
Love you guys.
Sarcastically, I'm in charge.
I threw that shit before I got in here.
Before I walked in the room.
There you go. Fuck.
Nah, bitch, I'm here for somebody else.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.